We'll start, though, in the Premier League. 4 matches today. A controversial draw between Burnley and Wolves, finishing 1 apiece. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. As we will, City holding on in the end for a 2-1 victory over Bournemouth. Harry Kane with 2 as Spurs beat Newcastle 3-1. But we'll start with Arsenal's 2-1 victory against Liverpool as we welcome in Stevie Nicol and Craig Burley to the show. Oh, it's falling apart, Craig, for Liverpool. They should just give back the trophy, shouldn't they?
Well, if you listen to some idiots, then and they're all of a sudden they're a terrible side. Look, it was complete dominance in this game, but particularly in the early stages, you thought, oh my God, this Arsenal defence are getting turned from pillar to post. They were getting in. The goal was a fantastic goal, well worked with Robertson and Mane. Arsenal never got close to them, and then they got a bit sloppy. And I know Stevie's got an opinion on the Van Dijk incident, but we saw the mistake from Alisson as well. Which cost them. And in the end, at half-time, you could see Klopp was, although he's not desperate for the 3 points, you could sense he was frustration with the sloppiness about the play. But listen, this season's been won on one leg, and it's not easy for the players to go out and keep churning out performance after performance.
I ask you this a lot these days, Stevie. Big deal?
Who won the league? It's done. Over. See you later.
However, you're not going to catch Manchester City's points record, Stevie. How will you sleep tonight?
Absolutely distraught. I'll never sleep the rest of the week. Never just tonight. Bothered. Players aren't bothered. And you saw in the performance, or certainly the goals that Liverpool lost, that they've switched down a gear. No question. The concentration isn't what it was. And that's completely understandable. And that's just what happens when you've already got the Premier League in your back pocket. You've got nothing else to play for. And so it shouldn't really be that big a surprise.
Meanwhile, for Arsenal, you've got to give them credit, Craig. They had to go in and get the win.
Yeah, and look, they made some changes. They've got a big game against Man City at the weekend. They were completely outplayed for most of the game, but we know that's the kind of standard where they are at the moment. But look, they took advantage of the mistakes. They got a couple of goals. They were able to somehow defend for the rest of the game. And that will give them some hope going into that game against Man City at the weekend, the FA Cup semi-final, where they'll bring back some of their bigger players, where they might be able to get at Man City, who, by the way, were given a hell of a lot of trouble at times by Bournemouth. So it's better than getting a thumping, but, they'll just take a win whoever they can get it.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.